Hi guys, good afternoon.
Hi.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
circle around
a little bit.
Maybe pull it a little bit closer here.
In here.
This is Coffee and the Word with Josie and Katie and Erin and Trevor. Hello. We are here with Launch International, and not sure if you've been following it all, but this team has been with us here for almost a month now, and the time has gone by super fast.
Quick, yes.
And so for today's Coffee and the Word with Josie, of course we want to talk about the Great Commission, because that is exactly why they are here.
Yeah.
But before we hit on that topic, I want to ask Josie to share a little about how in the world they got here, her and her team got here.
So about a year ago, Josie started a mentorship program, and she reached out, posted on Facebook about, hey, I really just want, she has a heart to mentor young girls who have a desire to be on the field long term. So I reached back out to her about it, and we would meet about every 2 weeks, and we would chat. And what I told her was so important is during that time, I would have specific questions for her, and we really talked about setting life up. I was living in the States, and setting life up there to be able to prepare for the field long term, whether that means going in a year or 2 years. What can I be doing at that point in time to prepare for life then? But it also looked like her knowing what happened in my life, talking about prayers in my life, struggles I was having in my life, and mentoring me from that. And that was so important for me to know there's accountability in that as well, and a wisdom in that as well. So she not only, through mentorship, she not only gave me wisdom for preparing for the field, but she also gave me wisdom for preparing for things in life. Well, hi Delphia, I see you on there. But yeah, that was kind of what it was. But yeah, so that was our mentorship program that started about a year ago. Do you want me to hit anything else on that?
On the mentorship program, no, but talk about how we got here.
Oh yes, so how we got here was then, you want me to just talk about reaching out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. So through that, I had told her, like, I have been here before with another group, and I just was ready to be back. I just wanted to come back. And then through that, I had reached out and talked with her about coming back, basically. And then I also was like, well, I actually had 3 other friends that would love to come with me as well. So that was kind of how it, through the mentorship program, was how we built the relationship to be able to come. And I think that that's important. I actually talked to her about this before we started, that so many people I see all the time are, how do I come? How do I go? What do I do? And I think no matter what country you're going to go to in the world, one of the most important things that you can do is A, sow financially in prayer into missionaries, and B, to also build relationships with them, whether it's through mentorship, friendship, build those relationships that you know who you're going with before you go, and they can know you as well.
Absolutely.
So hopefully,
So what are some things that you've encountered while here? Some things that you've seen God do in you and through you, and some challenges or strengths. Like what? Tell us a little bit about your time here.
So I think for me personally, having been here 2 to 3 years ago, seeing how even though it's the same country, the landscape of the country has changed so much just in these past 2 to 3 years. And I think that's the really beautiful thing about Launch, is it's so discipleship focused and so people focused, that it's been really beautiful while here to really get intimate time with specific families. And then for me, I've really been stepping into trauma counseling, and I am studying that in the States right now. But you can study something for years, and it's so different than having the on-the-ground experience. So for me, it's kind of been those 2 things have been the most marking point of my time here.
Okay.
What about you all?
I can share.
Yeah.
I think it's just been really, really cool for me to get to have a month to just really sit under Josie, who is a woman who walks in the authority of the Lord and in the Spirit, and to get to see that in a different context. I think oftentimes as a female, there aren't as many examples that I've really come across of women who are really walking in leadership and authority. And I think it's been really cool. Back in the States, I help lead a house church, and Josie leads one here, and it's just been really, really cool to get to sit in on this house church and to be a part of it, and to really see that family has been cultivated. And that's really something that my sweet little fellowship is really running after right now, is really, what does it look like for us to be family, and to get to see it here in Kurdistan and realize that it's the same spirit here in Kurdistan that is back in the States. But to really see a strong female leader has really been impactful for me, and I think it's really challenged me and encouraged me that I can also step into leadership, and that I can also walk with authority. And so I think it's just been really great to learn from her experiences. I think another thing that's been really great is to hear about all of your experiences all across the world, in all different contexts, whether it's been the Amazon, or whether it's been in Uganda, or whether it's been here, that God is doing this.
Oh, there you go.
We're back. Yay, we came back. Okay. Okay, so go ahead and continue, my dear. I think I was saying, I don't know exactly where it cut off, but that it's been really great to learn from even all of Josie's experiences all across the world, whether it's been in her time in the Amazon, or in Uganda, or here in Kurdistan, that she gets to even share with people here about things that she's seen God do in the Amazon. I think that's just really impactful, especially to kind of break the kind of notion that Jesus is only the God of America. It's just not true. It's not true. It's just not true. And so I think that's just been really encouraging to me, that God might take you all over the place, or he might just plant you in one place.
That's right.
But I've just really learned a lot from your testimony, Josie.
Thank you. Thank you, dear.
Gosh, I feel like there's so many things bouncing around my head that I could say, so it's hard to choose, but I'm just going to pray that the Lord helps me be concise. But I do think some of the words you both shared really jumped out. Just the opportunity to learn and to make these connections, I feel like has been so valuable and so important. Connections with people like you who are in another context than what I've seen, and just all the opportunities you've provided for us to get to learn in all these different ways, whether it was house church, whether it was the aid, whether it's home visits, whether it's with other or workers, anything here. That just has been so valuable, and I'm so thankful for having to get to see that and just see how the Lord really does just work through different people that walk in their calling, that walk in that love and that authority. Authority really jumps out at me too. I've been so thankful to just get to see, almost like that passage, I think in Matthew 10, when he says, like, go and make disciples, go and heal the sick, go, like, all of that is together. Like, his display of love and power and authority is all together, but getting to see that through different avenues. It doesn't always look like one thing. And it's just encouraged me to really pray and seek him about how uniquely, individually have you created me to do that as well. I'm getting to see it done in the context that I could see myself in, but then how individually can I walk in that? So I've been really encouraged, and I think just even fallen more in love with him here too. I think, like, there's been specific prayers that I've prayed that even just spending time with him. I love that you've really pushed us to just, like, have that time to process and rest and Sabbath also while here. And it's not just been like do, but it's been seek him, and out of that we're gonna learn, we're gonna do. And so it's just given me time to really get to hear from him about the things that we're experiencing, and get to see prayers that I've been praying before coming here, like, just be answered in my own, like, intimacy with him. So I've been really thankful for that time, and that you really made it important for us to set that time aside while being here.
Amen. Thank you, dear.
Yeah, I am very similar to of so many things jumping around in my head, but I think the two words that really stick out to me are opportunities that we've been able to have, and witnessing in terms of like seeing and experiencing, and so I really feel like being with a lot of the Syrian families in the homes have been really special for me, and making relationships, even if it's just like a few times seeing. I think there's one family in particular that I've really been able to see weekly, and that's been really special for me.
And tell them why.
Yeah, it's been really special because not only did I get to go in their home and hear just the heartbreaking story of what they're going through, but also they've been a part of house fellowship, and I've been able to just, I don't know, I do think of, like I mentioned this yesterday to them, but the Acts Church of breaking bread together and fellowshipping, and really just sharing like whatever you're going through, and what is on our hearts as the church body. And so that's been really unifying and really special to me, and really just community too. Community is so important, and so a lot of the guys that I've been able to meet here and spend time with, just that have been really around my age, has been super special, and younger than me too, just being able to be a mentor to them. I feel like the Lord has really called me to be a mentor, and so going back home to continuing to pour out to the boys that I'm mentoring in my city, that I'm living in, and then also just having a vision for what does that look like coming back to the Middle East, and what does that look like with some of the passions that the Lord's given me to step into in this next season. And so I think even unifying too as the team for us four to come, and just, like I said, witness in terms of soaking in and experiencing, and just seeing, like the Lord's given us eyes to see, I really feel like on this trip. And that's been really special under Josie and under her leadership and guiding, and just all the plans that she has set out before us has been special. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I would like to just say thank you, because this time has just truly been amazing. My heart is super blessed and overwhelmed, and same with Amjad. He's just loved the team, and they all love Amjad.
We do love Amjad.
Team Amjad. Team Amjad.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Team Amjad.
Make it a hashtag.
And also the rest of the team, they've come in and just, the shoe fit just right. They all have just adapted easily. But the most important thing I see is their love for the Lord, which has just flowed right on out to the people. And something that is very important to me is that out of that rest, out of that place of rest in our own relationship with the Lord, that we then flow out. Because if we're empty and exhausted, we can't effectively give out and to serve. And so, so something that they all mentioned was like that the rhythm while being here. They were involved in lots and lots of house visitations every single week, meeting new families, some old families. They brought a whole bunch of financial aid to bless families with blankets and heaters and food. And so again, that is the way that we build relationships with families. That is how we get into their homes, and then we pray for the sick, and we find out how we can meet other needs that they have, right?
Yeah.
And then also we've been doing weekly mentorship, sitting down with the ladies, pouring into them, them asking questions, and being able to the things that I've walked through as a single woman on the field, and then becoming married. But then also special times of prayer.
Oh, yeah.
We've had powerful times of prayer every single week with a dear woman from this land.
Yes.
And then also, what else have we done? The house church, house fellowship,
Wow.
which happens every single week. And then you've spent time with Amjad, you've spent time with a lot, I'm not going to name names, but with all of the different men, great relationships that have been built, and then just quiet time, having that time of just solitude, or with the group, you've had a lot of game nights with other people, so it's
I was going to say, even being friends with other people on the field here
Yeah.
and interacting with them, that's been encouraging, like life-giving to us too.
and both of them celebrated their birthdays.
Yes.
That was so
We're having a
fun.
lot of celebrations.
A lot of
here.
cake.
A lot of
A lot of
celebrations.
cake.
Yes. And so this trip has truly been wonderful for us in so many different ways, but I'm so thankful to the Lord that even because of COVID, they were still able to come in.
Praise God.
And literally life has just picked up back to normal for the most part. Of course, there are challenges. And when you guys go back, you're going to walk through some, shall I say, challenges, but also culture shock.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching this with us today. Thank you for partnering with Launch International through your prayers, through your finances. And like Josie said, if you are a single woman and you're looking for mentorship, not just mentorship, but if you have a calling to overseas, I kind of have to limit it to that.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
women, if you're single and you have a calling and a heart to live overseas, I would love to meet you and set up a time to talk and see how we can move forward with that. So
Yeah, and I want to really just thank the sponsors of Launch, people that really do so in, because it's been really sweet to get to come and see, for us to come and bring things, but more importantly to come and see like the prayers and finances that you all are sowing into this organization really matters. So I want to thank you and just encourage that as well.
Yeah, it changes the atmosphere. It
really
does.
does.
Your giving really does make an impact here. We've seen it with our eyes.
Yes.
So.
All right, so anything else? We're good? All right, well, we love you. We send you blessings from Kurdistan, Northern Iraq, and we'll talk to you later.